All right, Barak the Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Harakak Wadash. Shalom Wabarakim, La Bakayarim, Yasha Allah, Washani Kabag, Gawala Wakab, Sequani Noah, Waha Shalayakim, Noah, Yasha Allah, Ba'aith. All right, what I just said was all praises to the Heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh. His son's name is Yahweh Shai, so the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ. I also said peace and blessings to the elected Israel, Akim, Akwathim, Wabunyam, the men, women, and children, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the rest of the Israelite foreigners that are scattered throughout the world. And also double honors to our elders and apostles coming back in the reincarnation of Israel known as Great Millstone. All right, I'm going to play this video real quick, and I'm going to get some scriptures. Let's see if I can't blow this up. There we go. Yeah, that's the power of the Lord right there. All right, so I'm going to bring out these scriptures. So as you saw on the screen, all right, lightning struck the Washington Monument a few days ago, and it's been closed. It's been closed ever since. You can see this is published here on today. All right. Now this says it says the Washington Monument. The Washington Monument will remain closed for a second day after a dramatic lightning strike caught on video. Repairs to the monument were ongoing on Tuesday after the obelisk was hit by lightning. Sunday, the National Park Service said. The Park Service shared stunning video and posted on Twitter showing a bolt of lightning connecting with the point of the monument. The yellowish uh, lightning The yellowish night sky turns blue as the lightning flashes around the National Mall. The 12-second video shows. Then a huge bolt of lightning strikes the tip of the Washington Monument. Let's see if we can watch this one. We'll just look at it again. See that? It says multiple people can be heard gasping. "Oh, I missed it," one person says. The video was posted on Twitter at 1 a.m. on Sunday. Lightning strike damaged the Washington Monument's electronic access system, the Park Service said Monday morning. Those repairs are ongoing, officials said in an update Monday evening. Storms and heavy rain hit D.C. area late Saturday and early Sunday. Streets and basements flooded in parts of Northern Virginia, and firefighters rescued dozens of people, including drivers trapped in their cars in rising water. This is St. Matthew, chapter 16, verse 1. It says, the Pharisees also with the Sadducees came and tempting desired him that he would show them a sign from heaven. Yeah, they were probably scoffing, why don't you throw a lightning bolt like Zeus, or why don't you stop the sun in like Joshua had the sun stopped in the time of when we were fighting the heathen, saying stuff like that. Why don't you show a miracle since you're the son of the Most High, And then you had Sincere who heard of the miracles and then probably wanted to see a sign too, but for the most part, the scribes and the Pharisees and the Sadducees were just tempting him. All right, he answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but ye cannot discern the signs of the times. All right, so aside from how the weather's going, because you have a lot of our people that are heavy into the zodiac and all into the weather and the ordinances thereof, but they have no clue what's going on over there in the Middle East right now. You tell them what's going on in Kabul. You ask them, first of all, ask them where is Kabul at. They can't even tell you where Kabul is located. You ask them what countries surround Afghanistan. They can't tell you these things. All right, you ask them how does Saudi Arabia and Iran play into World War III and the end of America, which is Babylon in the scriptures. They have no idea. But you ask them what the weather is or something of the world, basically something carnal, and they can't discern these things. And when a lightning strike hits the Washington Monument, these people, they're gasping and screaming and stuff like that. That's a sign of the times. Now, this is why, as a spiritual man, just going to do this quick video, because remember in here they said that in this article of Salakia that it hit the obelisk. You notice they mentioned that it was an obelisk, which we always say we go into what an obelisk is, and these are mentioned everywhere. But this one is situated directly in front of the White House, if I'm not mistaken. Obelisk, which is the seat of Babylon, where the rulership, so-called rulership, is the capital. Obelisk in front of the White House. All right, and click on images. You see, so you see the White House here, and then you have the obelisk in the back. So obelisk, when you look it up, it says, let me just blow up this font here. An obelisk is a tall, four-sided, narrow, tapering monument which ends in a pyramid-like shape or a paradigm or the top. Now, we always tell you that the obelisk is a phallic symbol, all right, which is nothing more than a penis. But you're not going to see, it's not going to say that on here. But if you type in phallic, Phall, because Esau is sneaky, all right, you see down here, this is the only time it's mentioned on the page. You see it's mentioned one time. And then you click on a phallic archistructure, and it's going to tell you phallic archistructure consciously or unconsciously creates a symbol representation of the human penis. Buildings intentionally or unintentionally resembling the human penis are a source of amusement to locals and tourists. You see that? Is a source of amusement. So they're looking at these things as a source of amusement and stuff like that, not to discern the times. If a lightning strikes it, it's like, oh snap. They're not looking at it as spiritually. They're looking at it for amusement, tourists in various places around the world. It says deliberate phallic imagery is found in ancient cultures. So it says deliberate phallic imagery, and this was deliberate too. The way Washington D.C., the foundations of it are very demonic. All right. Washington, D.C. map. Pentagram. All right. You see? So we already know what D.C. is about. This had to be deliberate. Ancient cultures and the links to ancient cultures found in traditional artifacts. Now, one of the main one is Egypt. All right. The main reason why they did this is because of Egypt. In ancient Egypt, they had these phallic symbols. All right. And you have a lot of people that travel to the U.S. and people who are from the U.S. who come to D.C. specifically to see what the White House, the monument, all right, and other buildings like the Lincoln Monument where Jefferson is. But you notice the top of those buildings, all right, those are in the shape of phalluses too, all right, even though they're flatter. Now this is Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Now this is to you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, which today is the modern-day Egypt. All right, here we are way over in the Western Hemisphere. What is this doing way over here in the Western Hemisphere? All right, why? This is the spiritual Egypt. Memphis, Tennessee was named after the Memphis in Egypt. All right, we know that. Andrew, let's see, Memphis, Tennessee name. All right, and there's a pyramid there. There's a pyramid there down there just because they named it because the Memphis in Egypt was on the Nile, and then the Memphis in the U.S. is on the Mississippi River. All right, now if we type in Memphis, Egypt, because Andrew Jackson, I believe that Indian killer had yeah, here, see, you see the river back here. All right. Andrew Jackson, that Indian killer, he specifically named Memphis, Tennessee after the Memphis in Egypt. All right, because this is the modern day Egypt. All right. These are images of Memphis. Look at this. See? And this either got these pyramid shapes. All right. And I'm pretty sure if you go through some more of these, you'll find some phallic symbols. You know, here's a phallic. All right. And this is the same thing that's here in the White House. And if anybody's been to D.C., the Potomac River is right there. All right. So again, Isaiah 30 and 2, that walk to go down to Egypt, right along with the Revelation 11 and 8. This is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. That's why the Lord struck that damn monument and it's closed. And have not asked in my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and trust in the shadow of Egypt. And this is the shadow of Egypt. You have a lot of our people that are heavy into again visiting this place specifically just to come here and gawk at this. All right, that's why the Lord says, "Woe unto you." All right, woe unto you. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt be your confusion, because they pushing out the first, second, and third round of the confusions right now. You got our people lined up in the shadow of Egypt to get that Sherrod. All right, to to get that Mike Tyson 4 second knockout. You know what? You know, and that's gonna be their shame. All right, why? Because you can discern the signs of the times. You can gawk at stuff like this, but you can't relate it to Yahweh Shah coming back. All right, to anything spiritual, but ye cannot discern the signs of the times. Isaiah 3 and 9, it says, "The show of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not." All right, they hide it not. There's certain places in America where there's laws written where you can go out and just walk naked, man. There's laws written where grown men can go into little girls' bathrooms to use the bathroom. There's laws in place for kids to completely change their genetic makeup because they want to. You know, it's all types of it's bestiality going on. All right, it says they declare their sin as Sodom, because a lot more was going on in Sodom than just sodomy. Bestiality, wicked sacrifices, our people giving their children to Molech. That's why the scripture says this: "Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil to themselves." Now, a lot of you people, you're gonna get hit with these lightning strikes, man. All right, but right now, when that devil turns up the dial, going into the season change, we're gonna see what's happened to a lot of you people that've been trusting in the shadow of Egypt, especially the ones who you don't like sodomy, but you say as long as they stay over there. Well, they're knocking on your doors. They're teaching your kids, whether you like it or not. It's on your commercials. It's on billboards. It's in your stores. So you can't say as long as they're over there and they don't come over here. You're evil too. You're consenting to evil. That's why the Lord says, "The show of their countenance doeth witness against them." And the Lord's finna do this again, boy. He about to do this all over again. See that? He gonna get you people, man. All right, this is the Washington Monument. See, look at this. This is a fact right here. It says the Washington Monument is an obelisk with the National Mall in Washington D.C. built to commemorate George Washington, fucking fag, thief, homosexual murderer, all right, and oppressor of the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the real Jews, the real kingdom, Northern and Southern Kingdom. One commander-in-chief of the Continental Army in the American Revolution against the first president of the United States. Skipping down here, all right, this is one thing a lot of people don't know about this obelisk. All right, it says that it's 555 feet. All right, when you look over here at the height, this height, it says it's 555 feet. But what it doesn't say on here, when I type in 111, all right, when you type in 111, you don't get, it doesn't say that it's 111 feet deep, and that its full measurements of this obelisk that got struck was 666, 505 feet above ground, all right, and 111 feet underground. And that's another reason why. And this is not the first time it's been struck, but this time these storms turned up. Yahweh Shem Shah turned up, and then the monument's actually been closed for the last couple of days. All right. This is Isaiah 29:15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel of the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? All right, well, that's why the Lord has his prophets. We've making you Edomites bare your infrastructure. The fact that your monument in your capital is a 555 feet in height above ground and 111 underground, you add that up, that's 666. That's wicked as hell. All right, Esau's all about sorcery and witchcraft. He knows what he's doing, but the Lord has made him bare. All right, and the Lord's going to get you for seeking deep to hide your counsel, because you have a lot of our people bewitched. Verse 16, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of that framed it, he hath no understanding? Just so the Lord is in full control. And the Lord is going to jack this thing up. And the elders and apostles, a great millstone, they got old school videos on when they visited here. And look at this. Here we are in 2021. And watch, there's red lights. If you know anything about this monument, there's red lights that light up on each side. So it looks like a demon's eyes are lighting up. Now when it gets struck, those lights stop. See the lights blinking? Boom. Yahweh Shema Shah said, the mum. All right, and it looks like they got one generator light backed up in there. All right, but there's going to be no regenerating. All right, when it brings his judgment. 2 Peter 2 and verse 5, it says, and spared not the old world, but saved Noah, all right, the elect of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, just like the elect of Israel, all right, when you see Noah, it's the elect of Israel, all right, that's the promise, a righteous seed. The eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. See, that's what we're doing. We're bringing in the fire upon the world of the ungodly. We're talking about the nuclear destruction and end of Babylon the Great. The United States. We're doing the same thing Noah's doing. All right, prophesying the end of the current of the world or time and rulership of the Edomites. All right, and the wicked, the rest of the heathen nations. And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with the overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly. And what was one of the main things? Then, well, the name is Sodom, which has been coined. All right, when you look up sodomy, basically anything that has to do with the anus. All right, that's why this so-called white man, all right, the Lord sent a lightning strike to you. All right, and he left them as an example. But that lightning strike, you can discern and be awed and gawk at it, but you can't look at the real meaning of why the Lord is doing that. All right, because he's tired of the so-called white man taking what's good and twisting it. All right, because he took the rainbow, and now you got, what everybody, if you go out and wear a rainbow shirt, people gonna look at you crazy because they don't understand the truth. They put sweet for bitter and bitter for sweet. It says, but and deliver just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. We shouldn't have to be worried about transsexual teaching our kids different stuff in school. We shouldn't have to worry about you go to buy toys for your children and then the boy is wearing girls' clothes and the girl is wearing boys' clothes. That's unrighteous. Last precept. Amos 5 and 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. What end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. And as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent met him. Yeah, a lot of you people, you're going to be running. All hell going to be breaking loose just like this. And there's going to be lightning strikes going on everywhere. You think the chariots are going to let you people escape, you Babylonians and wicked Israelites? A lot of you going to end up like this obelisk. All right? A lot of this should put you in fear. I know it was storming last night too. It was a huge lightning strike. A huge flash, Me and my woman was like, oh, shit. Supposed to be in fear. Remember who's in power, what's the state of what's going on in the world. Keep repenting, fast, pray. No, but these people here, they out here recording this shit. It's probably an Edomite on site. Only Edomites do shit like this, But you Israelites, man, you better wise up. The Lord ain't playing with y'all. And the thing is, you go into this house, which represents Babylon. You're going into this house to lean upon it, all right? And the serpent, which is the so-called white man, Esau and the elites, they're going to bite you. They already got your ass lined up to take the first, second, and third round of The Mike Tyson, you know, you getting all these hooks. It says, "Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light?" And then you got leaders of Israel telling you that no evil's coming, basically telling you to go ahead. You know what? Go into that house and trust that serpent. Whatever that serpent gives you, hey, the Lord gave it to the serpent, so it's man, you is a lot of you other Israelite groups are leading our people astray too, man. You can discern how to have a great cookout, how to get everybody to the cookout and eat burgers with fringes, but you can't get to the nitty gritty of the prophecies and or teach the truth about the MOTB, about the coming charagma that's coming upon all flesh. The serpent's gonna bite you too. Shall not the day of Yahweh Bashim Shah be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? All right. Oh, damn, that's the spirit. Look at the next verse. I hate and I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Yeah, so you got Netter out there. I don't have to say who I'm talking about. You got Netter out there doing a documentary of how you're going to set up the cookout and all this other stuff. It's like, but you still telling people to go out there and get in line and lean upon the house that's burning down, by the way, to get bit by a serpent. And the serpent is biting right now. That's another good word that we can use. You're gonna get the bite, you know. You're gonna get that next bite that's coming out, you know. Because if you don't have your bite card, a lot of people are not gonna be able to work. If you don't got your bite card. Let's see what bite is in the Hebrew. A little Hebrew plug here. Let's see what get some Hebrew in here. Some Barya. Bite is nashak. You got a na, a sha, and a ka. Nashak. And it says to bite, to pay interest, lend for interest or usury. Oh dang! Well, that Nashaka that just came out, they're patented by the government, and if you got that Nashak, you are now property of the government. All right, because if it's something that's genetically modified and they're putting it inside of you, you get that Nashak, and then now you've been lent out to the government for interest or usury to make or give interest. Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I kind of covered what I wanted to. Again, the Lord is coming to jack this place up, man, and this is a sign that Yahweh Shema Shah is very close. All right, it's very close. Yeah, that's it. Yep. Yeah, the water for typing it in there. If you look in the comment board, the word for bite, the brother. Let me see who's. Yeah, the water, living waters, 144. Bite isn't a shock. And the water for all the precepts. I gotta get back to work. I can't pull anything, but. The water Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Al Shai, Bahashim Harakakudash. Shalom to the elect out there, and double honors to our elders and apostles coming back in the reincarnation, known as Great Millstone. The water for your efforts, and putting forth a great example in the spirit. And again, Barak the Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Harakakudash, Shalom.